Got 180.
54 miles. Come on, the ball. Whip.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Check three.
Ric Flair.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Value free.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawks. Football 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Flag 90.
Lights 59. Guys, it's game situation.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Here's Wilson. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
All go special! All go special!
Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
tonight. 180.
54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike, 120.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Bring it tonight. 120.
Watch the run. Watch the run. That's stop, baby. That's baby stop. Check 24. Check 24.
Shell.
Mike, 54. Tighten up. Tighten up.
They'll try the air now with Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
What? 120.
Mike, 54. Switch.
We go. 76. 76.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
We go tonight. 120.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. Block 54. Block 54. You don't want it.
Hey, what?
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Wilson, that's caught by Hollister. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Caught. It's Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Super team!
Mike's 59! Come on,
Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Like 20!
Check tight. Slam.
Maverick!
Check. Watch 54. You can't block me.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
We go tonight! 180!
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Here we go.
Motion, 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 motion.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Joker, Joker.
DC, DC.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Cut. 180.
Check, check. 154, 154. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Under team.
Hey, shell. Shell.
Right there. 54, right there. Right
Go
there.
team, spill.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Check 90.
Turbo set.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Cut. 315.
Check, check. 59.
Friday, 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 Friday.
Check 4, check 4. No, no, no. Off, off, off. Get it off. Yes. Check 59. Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got it. Slam, slam.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Aaron Donald getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check nine, check nine. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deeper. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Check, check, 59. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Touch 50, touch 50.
54. Mike's 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Here we go, here we go.
Alert, alert, alert.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And that'll set them back 5.
What? Lady!
Stop your whining.
Alert, 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 alert!
A second down carry for Pro-Size. It's a pickup of 8, a good gain ordinarily, but they still need to cover a ton of ground now on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Third and long, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Long. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
80 weapon.
Let's bring it.
Check.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the boot. Check safety.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Watch the eye.
Hold on. check.
Shift! Watch the shift! Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Hey, kill.
Switch.
61, matchbox lights.
Check, nickel. Shift.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Carson. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
49, check 49.
Again they run with Gurley. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Come on, Mike 20.
Mike 5-4.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
I
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.